No, I'm in town today. This is the 7 day Sabbath, and I'm going to show you exactly what is being taken place on God's holy 7 day Sabbath. All right, people. Now, this is what is happening on the 7 day Sabbath, the day God has given to us to be a day of rest, a day to call a holy convocation. And as I saying, on such day, on the holy day Sabbath, the amount of work that is being done on the day, as I see how the church people they are desecrating the day of God. This is the 7 day Sabbath God has given to us to be a holy convocation, a day of rest, a day to call a solemn assembly. All right, and then we are seeing today the amount of work that is being taken place. Now this is St. John's. I'm in St. John's, and a lot of people looking at me like I'm crazy. But brothers and sisters, I'm not crazy. I'm just doing a live video to help you guys understand what is taking place today on the holy day. Uh, I'm going to try to cross the road now. Yes, all right, thanks. So this is what is taking place on God's holy day, 7 day Sabbath, people. This is how the church, this is how they desecrating the day. Now there are people here preaching on the 7 day Sabbath, which is good. And over here, you are seeing there are people selling stuff, the amount of cars going around the place, and the amount of people selling. Now, brothers and sisters, this is the 7 day Sabbath. The 7 day Sabbath, God's holy 7 day Sabbath. Supermarkets are open. Hey, 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 what's up? What's up? Yes, this is Pastor Gerald. Supermarkets are open and people are selling on the 7 day Sabbath. Supermarkets are open on the 7 day Sabbath, and you're seeing there are people selling here, there are vendors selling stuff on the 7 day Sabbath. So, this is what is happening, people. This is what is happening. Now, this is the day that was given to us as a holy convocation day, a day that we're supposed to set aside, that was set aside by God to give Him glory, to go to church, and this is how that holy day is being desecrated. Now, I am here in St. John's in the market. They have turned God's 7 day Sabbath into a marketplace, such a holy day, and this is what is being done today on that holy day. They are selling, they are buying on the holy day. Now the funny thing is, when Sunday comes, Sunday becomes holy. Yeah, that is the problem. You see the amount of cars here, the amount of business taking place here. Let me switch the camera around so you can see me. Alright, so the amount of business being done today, the amount of cars you see on the road, the amount of buying and selling is being done. And this is the problem. When Sunday comes, Sunday becomes holy, a holy day. Now, was Sunday given to us as a holy day? Sunday is not a holy day. Sunday was never called in the Bible as a holy day, as a day of convocation. Now, when Sunday comes, they're going to call a solemn assembly on Sunday. When Sunday comes, the whole place is going to shut down. Supermarkets, many of them will be closed. There will be nobody outside here vending and doing vending when Sunday comes. Now, when you pay attention to the Bible, there is nowhere in the Bible that it says Sunday is the Bible Sabbath. Now, let us look in Leviticus. Let us look in the book of Leviticus and see what the book of Leviticus says. And there are people cursing at me today on the holy 7 day Sabbath because they see me with a video camera. And they don't know what I'm doing with the video camera, but, you know. And if a tourist passes by, they won't have a problem with a tourist passing by. But they have a problem with black people doing whatever they're doing. Now, let's look at Leviticus chapter 11. Sorry, Leviticus chapter 23, it says, Leviticus chapter 23 verse 3, it says, 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation, ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. Now, what is the meaning of convocation, holy convocation? Now, this is the meaning of convocation. When you look down here, number one, it says the act of calling or assembling by summons, an assembly or meeting. So you're seeing here the word convocation means to call a solemn assembly. All right? To call a solemn assembly. So today, the 7-day Sabbath, supposed to be a day that you call a solemn assembly, a day of holy convocation. It says here, 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. So the 7th day is today. So today is supposed to be a day of holy convocation, a day that no work should have been done today. But the Christian world, the church, listen to me carefully, people. Let me switch the camera around. The Christian world, the church, now breaking the 7-day Sabbath, right? And they don't have a problem doing it today on God's holy 7th day. But they all have a problem going to church today. They don't have a problem walking in town today. They don't have a problem buying and selling on the holy day. They don't have a problem desecrating God's holy 7-day Sabbath. They don't have a problem doing it. But they all seem to have a problem when you tell them to rest on the 7th day. They all seem to have a problem to keep the commandments of God. They all seem to have a problem to obey the Bible, to obey the laws of God. But they don't have a problem disobeying it at all. Now, when you pay attention to Isaiah, right? It says here in Isaiah chapter 66, verse 22 to 23, it says, "For as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord." So those people who are telling you that the laws were nailed to the cross, that there are no laws to keep any longer, and the only time they tell you that is when they want to destroy the 7-day Sabbath. They will say anything and do everything that they can to destroy God's holy 7-day Sabbath. But in Isaiah chapter 66, we are reminded over and over that the Sabbath has never been nailed to the cross. That from one new moon, all flesh shall come before God and worship. And today is the day that we should use and set aside as an example to keep God's holy 7-day Sabbath. But today is the day that we are using to destroy the Sabbath, kill the Sabbath by buying and selling on God's holy day. Now, when you look around you, you see the amount of activities taking place on such a holy day. Now, brothers and sisters, what I'm doing today, I'm helping you guys to understand exactly what is taking place, that how the world is desecrating God's 7-day Sabbath, how the world is not keeping God's 7-day Sabbath. And when you look at these signs of disobedience to God, signs of disobedience to Jehovah, and how they are desecrating His holy 7-day Sabbath, and then when Sunday comes, Sunday becomes holy. Then they all go to church on Sundays, and then the pastor's telling them that, "Let no man judge you in meat or in drink, or let no man judge you according to any Sabbath day." The Bible tells you, remember the 7-day Sabbath to keep it holy. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Sabbath starts Friday at sunset and ends Saturday at sunset. The Sabbath begins at Friday sunset. So on such day, you should have already finished everything that you need to do, all the preparation that you need to do to prepare you to keep that day holy. All that should have been done on the Friday before the sunset. Now they will tell you that the Sabbath has been nailed to the cross, so therefore you don't have to keep it. This is what they're going to tell you, and this is what the Sunday pastors and them out there are going to tell people. These are the lies that they're going to tell you in church. Oh, there is no Sabbath. The Sabbath was nailed to the cross. Or we don't need to keep any Sabbath. We don't need to keep this. Listen to me, people. The Sabbath is the seal of God. All right, people? The Sabbath is the seal of God. The Sabbath is what will determine if we make it to God's kingdom or not when the time comes, because God's seal can only be found in the 4th commandment. That's the reason why we have been advised to remember the 7-day Sabbath, to keep it holy. Now let's switch the camera around. Give me a second there, I'm trying to switch the camera around. Alright, so I have switched the camera around. So as you see, people, welcome on the 7-day Sabbath. This is exactly what the world have been doing for years, desecrating God's holy 7-day Sabbath. And it's like everybody seems to have a problem with a camera on the face, pointing at them. They have a problem, but they don't have a problem desecrating God's 7-day Sabbath. And as I'm doing this video here to help you guys understand what is taking place, a lot of people have a problem with me because they see that I have a camera and everybody keep on watching me as if that I am killing someone. But you know, the funny thing is, while they are desecrating God's 7-day Sabbath on the 7th day, on the holy day, there is nothing wrong with that. It is normal, but it is abnormal for me to be putting a video clip together. Now, brothers and sisters, I would like to let you guys understand this and understand this well. No one will get to enter God's kingdom by living in disobedience, knowing fully well they are living in disobedience, breaking God's holy 7-day Sabbath, violating the holy 7-day Sabbath. Now, this is a fish market. Now, this is what is being done here at the fish market. They are buying and selling fish. You know, the buses are going to and fro, people are going to and fro, everybody just walking, buying and selling. This is what the Lord's 7-day Sabbath has come to. Brothers and sisters, I'm advising you guys to wake up and keep God's commandment. Now, for those of you who don't know, the mark of the beast will be the enforcement of Sunday worship. And I'm here today on the 7-day Sabbath putting this clip together to help you guys understand how the world has been destroying God's holy laws. Now, those of you who don't know, do you know how Sunday became the day of worship? Constantine decreed a national Sunday law. I don't remember the exact date. I think it's somewhere in AD, was it what, AD something, I can't remember. Right? And then since he passed that law, Sunday worship become the day of worship. But did God allow that change? There is nowhere in the Bible any one of you can go and prove to me that the Most High allowed such change. God did not allow that change. Then why is the church all of a sudden just wake up and, you know, they just accept it? Why did people just get up and just accept the change? As if that there are places in the Bible or scriptures in the Bible that tells you that the 7-day Sabbath is no longer in existence. There is nowhere in the Bible you can go and find it. But what they do, they will go in the Bible, they will pull a lot of things in the Word of God out of context to support the false claim. And if you pay attention to the scriptures and you study the scriptures carefully, there is nowhere in the scriptures you will see anywhere that it says that the 7-day Sabbath has been changed or has been nailed to the cross. You won't find that anywhere. Alright? So, this is exactly what is happening here. As you're seeing here, the cruise ships, the boat is right there. There are people going to the supermarket. And over there on the other side, there are a lot of activities being done here. And then there are people selling and buying. This is what they're doing on God's holy 7-day Sabbath. You know, there are people selling and buying, people having a problem with, you know, video cameras. And it's sad. It's sad. And then now when they go to church on Sunday, which is going to be tomorrow, the first day of the week, they will tell you that they don't know when it's Sunday. They don't know when it's Saturday. You understand? I mean, they will tell you that they don't know when it's Saturday. They don't know. But it's funny, they know exactly when it's Sunday. They know exactly when the first day of the week comes. And they're so hypocritical that they will tell you, oh, we don't know if today is the 7th day. They don't know if today is the 7th day. But when Sunday comes, They know exactly when Sunday comes. They will tell you, oh, well, today is the first day of the week because today is the day that, we set aside to commemorate the death and the resurrection of our Lord. So when was that Lord risen? Oh, he was risen on the first day of the week, which is Sunday. Oh, so they know Sunday is the first day of the week when it comes. But for some reason, when the 7th day Sabbath comes, they don't know when is the 7th day Sabbath, but they know when it's Sunday. This is nothing but pure hypocrisy. All right. Now, don't forget that. Don't forget that according to this here, Leviticus chapter 23, the 7th day is the day of holy convocation. The 7th day is the day of worship, and the 7th day is Saturday, and Saturday start at Friday sunset. When the sun sets at eve on Friday, it is the 7th day Sabbath. It begins. All right, people, and don't forget the meaning of convocation. Convocation is to call a church. The Bible tells you only the 7th day was a day chosen and called the day of convocation. The first day of the week, which is Sunday, was never chosen to be a day of holy convocation. There is nowhere in the Bible you will see that upon the first day of the week, let it be a day of convocation, called a solemn assembly. No solemn assembly was ever called as being the Bible Sabbath. In the Bible, on the first day of the week, Sunday. Sunday was never the first day of the week, and Sunday will never ever be the first day of the week, my people. And next time someone trying to gaslight you and tell you the Sabbath done away with, let them know in Isaiah chapter 66 verses 22 to 23, the Sabbath can never be done away with because we are going to keep the Sabbath in heaven. Now, it was nice to put this clip together to help you guys understand the apostasy and what is being done. So, people, have a good day and God bless you, and see you next time.